Elephant.
Yes.
Encoding is back.
I can see again.
Mm-hmm.
Am I having some weird issues, or is the side stream not making any noise?
1 sec.
It's not making noise. You borked it.
Fucked it.
Okay, how about now?
There you go.
Yep. Okay.
Yep, it's in.
Good quality music.
Oop, what did I just say? Oh, there we go. Okay, let me just post these normal things. Okay, stream.
How long does it normally take for the stream avatars thing to start up again?
What?
The panel hasn't, like, started up.
It works for me. Or I can see
Try
it.
refreshing.
Jam-packed pizza.
Okay, where was I? There it was.
So I was just appreciating the noise that was going on in Carnival's background.
So there's a reason I'm on push to talk.
It was pretty choice.
I
So
think my Jamaican
do some-
roommates are watching soccer. Or Mortal Kombat.
Same thing, really.
Soccer or Mortal Kombat.
Why not both?
I mean, it could just be Australian rules football, so there
Yeah.
we got both.
I mean, I would love to see Mortal Kombat on a soccer field.
But there's a few Cuneo games that are pretty much that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but why would I do those when I could just murder a man with a volleyball in a Cuneo game?
Yeah, or hit a motherfucker with another motherfucker.
Or you play that one basketball game where you literally beat someone to death with the hoop.
So, Australian rules football, aka Rafferty's rules football.
Yes.
Had to throw that in there.
Let's see.
It was real good.
Okay, let's see. Alright, I think that's good. Okay, so we got a very interesting episode today because we are doing animal themed shmups,
Yay! Finally.
which is going to be interesting because it just also so happened that the group of games that I have are also very, let's just say, finicky to get to work.
Okay, but we already did the most important one, so why even try anymore?
Yeah.
Which one's that?
Rocky.
Sign Mora.
Oh.
That too.
Well, we got other things we need to look at. So, kind of like this. So I'm not even actually going to load the game up yet. I just want to show this off just because of all the trouble that I went to get this stupid game to work. Remember this screen?
Yeah.
Of Fusion? That Genesis simulator you used in, I think, the late 90s?
This one that melts the side stream? Yeah.
Yeah. So why don't we just get the game loaded then? Because
Please!
guess what? This is going to be one of the, I think, only 2 possible 32X games we can actually do. Which also, I think I need to turn it down.
That is super loud! Holy shit!
I hope the soundtrack is as bad as the 32X version of Doom.
It's not.
It will never be.
So this is Colibri.
Okay. Is
one-
it Spanish?
No. It is developed by Novotrade, who you will see the other game that they have worked on. Like, you can probably guess exactly what it will be once we actually get into the game. So I'm just going to set this to easy. Also, I'm going to leave that frames per second meter on just to show that it is in fact running at full speed.
I mean, yeah, look at how fast the wings are going.
So, this is Kolibri. Bird.
This reminds me of something.
Does it remind you of Echo the Dolphin by her?
Yes,
perhaps?
it reminds me of Echo the Dolphin, you're right!
Go funny you
Amazing.
say that, because it's made by the same people.
Yeah, it is.
This
Wow,
is
they made a
straight
lot.
up Echo the Dolphin, but for hummingbirds.
Pretty much. I guess
No
just
one ever talks
ain't
about
broke,
this
don't
corporation,
fix.
but they've made so much shit.
just
Not like bad shit, but like just shit. Like,
I mean, Echo is pretty bad.
well, yeah.
just like Echo Dolphin, get the fun thing that until I looked at a video walkthrough, I actually had no idea what's going on. Also, I wonder if it's going to do it yet.
The Dark Souls.
Yes, it will.
trait. Oh
There
my
we go.
god!
Amazing.
Delicious.
Okay, let's actually do the thing we're supposed to do. Once I find it.
Which is die.
No. Let's avoid the frog.
Hey.
Let's go here. This
frog.
is odd.
Ah, yes, sweet, sweet nectar.
By the way, I should also mention that the company that made Aqua Dolphin would later name it, or they are referred to as Nova Trade here. They would later go on to change their name to Appaloosa, where they made 2 really bad Contra games for the PlayStation.
They did.
Okay,
Man,
so
this
it's warning signs.
feels
So-
aggressively Echo.
Here, okay, so I now can shoot and get these things which act as a shield.
Ah, yes, those crystals just
We got
handed
this-
hummingbird a gun.
We get this wonderful power up that is meant to be a slowdown.
Slows
Like,
down everything.
It slows down everything.
Don't worry though, we're still going at full speed.
Okay, so basically, from what I kind of gathered, objectives for each level change per level, which is great because, of course, they don't tell you exactly what you need to do. But for these first couple of levels, basically what you need to do is kind of kill all the insects around these flowers. And yes, this is considered a shmup.
You are shooting them
if we go by
insects
this
up.
crystal, we can get other kind of power-ups. So we got this ring thing. We got this kind of crappy thing here. This one's pretty good because basically you just hold it down, and as enemies get by, it just kind of homes in on it. Also, oh, okay, so I beat the level.
Nice.
Okay. Okay.
Really, a lesser game would tell you the level is over.
Oh yeah.
In this fantasy land of hummingbirds shooting bugs, we can't say that.
So one of the things, or one of the buttons that you get is this little quick dodge, which is kind of helpful. What was I gonna say? That power, the thing that we got for, no, I'll show it when I clear out another thing because the things for the first 2 levels are the same.
Oh god, that sound effect is annoying.
Okay, so that right here, that is actually a life. Cause see how there was like 5 little, I guess, isn't a Kolibri is kind of bird, isn't it?
It is a
Like it's like a
hummingbird.
really tiny hummingbird, isn't it?
It's a root word for a lot of hummingbirds in many European languages.
Okay. No, I didn't
That's
want
why
to
I
pick
asked
that
why
up.
it was in Spanish, because
Oh, no,
that's where I know.
Okay, here we go.
But it's also German, Dutch. I'm guessing Hungarian because this company is Hungarian, or based in Hungary at least.
Okay, so yeah.
I love this goofy ass laser.
Do you want to take a guess what Appaloosa's last game was?
It's some for the Dreamcast, isn't it?
Nope.
Is it C, the Contra Adventure?
Nope.
What was it?
Jaws Unleashed for the PlayStation 2, Xbox, and Windows PC.
That
Oh
sounds
Jesus
about right.
Christ, really?
Yeah,
Boy.
Fucking.
that was their last game before they shuttered in 2006.
Oh god, they did Castlevania for the Amiga.
They did.
Oh, okay. So the thing with this level is that it's kind of similar to the last level. Oop, don't want to touch the frog. In that we have to like clear out certain areas, like we have to kill all the bugs in this area, and then we'll get attacked by that little red thing, like this thing. Like we can't kill it until we clear out
all the other bugs.
Yeah. Also, you can change this in the options, but if you hold down the button and kind of move, you'll keep in that left or right direction.
So this is 32X, but not CD, right?
Correct.
Okay.
This is, I think it was 1994?
God, this game is fucking boring.
Yeah, it kind of is not great. Oh,
It's extremely pretty.
it is.
It's pretty, but that's Appaloosa's MO.
Yeah. They made King's Quest V, Absence Makes the Heart Go Yonder for the NES.
Yes, they did.
Oh,
I'm sorry? What?
Yep, there's a King's Quest V NES port.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is as bad as you would think it is.
I think Franco tried to play it, but it's got bugs.
It also has bad.
Yeah,
it's also
that's not
bad.
bad. Let's see. The Adventures of Batman and Robin for the Game Gear.
I was gonna say, it's like, I remember hearing that game was actually good.
Hmm.
Oh, okay, so
California Games.
No.
terrible.
Airball for the NES. Oh, that was unreleased.
No. Wait, California Games? I thought that was Epic's.
It is, but port. It's like how Rare made the NES port.
Oh my god, the background changed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, it's an auto-scroller, so it's like a traditional shmup level.
There you go. And yeah, Contra Legacy of War and the Contra Adventure. Cyborg Justice.
Oh, wow. Oh, Cyborg Justice.
Echo the Tides of Time. Echo Jr. Echo the Dolphin, Defender of the Future.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a sequel to
Exo
Echo.
Squad. Yeah. Galaxy Force 2. Garfield Caught in the Act for the Game Gear.
What port of Galaxy Force 2 did they do?
Sega Saturn.
Huh. I've actually heard that was actually a decent port. So, surprising that it came from them.
Yeah.
They apparently did something for How Things Work in Busy Town, but when I click on it, it just takes me to the page of Richard Scarry.
Yeah, there was a Genesis game of
There you go.
yeah.
Impossible Mission 2 for the Commodore Amiga, Amstrad CPC, the Apple II, the Atari ST, the Commodore 64, the PC MS-DOS, and the ZX Spectrum.
Yeah,
NES.
The Europe-esque computers.
Yep.
Yeah, Impossible Mission 2 is infamous for being, like, weird.
Yeah.
They
Okay,
apparently
so
did a Jungle Book game,
yep. Okay.
a game called Grossology.
Oh, yeah, I think I've seen that.
Jaws Unleashed, as I said before.
Jaws Unleashed, is that based off the movie?
It's based on the movie series. That's
Right.
the one where you play as the shark,
Oh, you are the shark in that one.
I
Okay.
think, yeah.
By the way, if you can't tell, I'm actually, like, you can probably see from the little particle effects that, God,
You can only go so far.
it's like, I have to, like, get in the right position.
So would you say this is floaty?
Actually, kinda. Like, unnecessarily, also kinda bad?
Yeah.
Well, maybe not
I
bad.
like the crackling every time you shoot.
They made Karateka, or at
Karateka.
least they ported it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they ported it. It just doesn't list where they ported it to.
Yeah, because that was a rotor bun game? Okay, why am I...
It was
Yeah.
published by Broderbund, but it was pretty much entirely Vector.
It's Jordan
Yeah,
Mechner, but he was on... It was on... I thought it was under a company.
It was
Broderbund.
Broderbund published it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I thought... Yeah.
Yeah, Broderbund did
Anyway.
Karateka and Prince of Persia.
Okay, what the hell?
Let's see.
Okay, I
Magic
can't...
School Bus Space Exploration game for the Mega Drive and Genesis.
I can't...
Museum Madness.
I can't figure out what... Okay, you know what? Please eat me. Okay, I'm done with this.
Yeah, but like See, the Echo games, they would have words appear on the screen to tell you what to do. This doesn't tell you jack.
Yeah, this is... Yeah, also you have quote-unquote one life. You have infinite continues, but you have one life, so to speak. Before you have to go back to the beginning of the level, which is kind of annoying because I believe that their levels get kind of long.
That's weird.
But yeah, that's Kolibri.
Carnival.
There we go.
Good news. Appaloosa made 4 Power Rangers games.
No.
Or the
Power
Sega CD
Rangers
ones.
Jigsaw Puzzles, Power Rangers Power Active Math, and Power Active Words, and Power Rangers Print Kit.
Okay. Let me scroll down a bit.
Yep, quite a bit.
Let's see. Let's look in the orange.
I would honestly play like Super Hydra over this.
Yeah, it's I'm looking at the bottom of the orange.
It's above Silver Surfer, but that...
No, Silver Surfer at least has the music going for it.
But
Yeah,
this
also-
is the
also-
game ranking. We have a separate thing for the music.
This game plays mediocre, but also it doesn't tell you what to do ever is the problem, and it
Fine.
changes up what it wants to do.
Also, I would argue that
Those
Silver
put it
Surfer.
below Silver Surfer.
Also, I would argue that Silver Surfer plays better too.
Yeah.
At least with
once
Silver
again-
Surfer, you got 5 missions to pick from. This is just, let's stare at this green background for like half an hour.
And
Let's see.
once again, Silver Surfer has the music.
It does.
It also has the music.
Which actually, I'm actually kind of curious about something. Since it was done by the same people who did Echo. So I wonder.
Also, the art for that game may have been nice, but it was also heavily reusing itself.
Yeah.
Actually, let me just do the thing that
Yeah,
I'm looking for.
I keep wanting to compare it to Agony, and Agony just seemed a much better game.
Okay, no, that was okay. So it's not who I thought was going to be the composer. I was thinking since it was echoed like by same people as Echo the Gulf, and I was wondering if it was Spencer Nilsson who did the soundtrack. It was not. But yeah, let's look in the red. I had about as much of a harder time getting Solar Assault to work as I did this.
Well, then put it next to Solar Assault.
I think I'm gonna go lower. God. I'm putting it. Wait.
Now that's Gradius 3 for the arcade.
I
Yeah.
think I might put it above Gradius 3 for the arcade. Or no, actually below.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could get behind that. Either way.
Yeah.
Wow, above Centipede and Zaxxon.
I know.
Well, that is Centipede for the PSX.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
that is a special. No, Centipede, I think, actually is rather high.
It got pretty high.
So what
His
is
Centipede's
45?
alright.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that's the weird.
It's a really weird, awful PS1 one where they
trade.
decided to try to reinvent a bunch of those old properties. Let me tell you about PS1 Frogger and how much I fucking hate it, despite playing it a bunch as a kid.
Okay, 994, which I'll have to adjust that when I get.
PS1 Frogger is a special kind of shit.
Yeah, because Centipede by itself, I think, was in the
think I hit blue.
Centipede. Because for the older, like the pre-85
Use Control
stuff,
F.
that's not as fun.
Yeah.
Oh, Centipede, it's right
really
there.
hard.
It's high green, which
Yeah.
for a
Either way,
one
still.
that was literally 1980.
Yeah.
That's not that bad. All right, so next game. Just like that was the first. And also, I just gotta make sure that I have.
Please, what
There.
pile of shit is next?
Actually, what I had, the next game I've never heard about this game until I think Bear showed it or told me about it. Because originally this is a PC game, but this is actually going to be, just like that, Kolibri is our first 32X game. This will be our first Switch game.
Oh, is it the one that we saw in that trailer?
I don't know. Maybe.
We'll see. Either way.
We'll see. Let's see. Let me just make sure I close that out. Okay. Let me do this. Close out versus Super Mario Brothers.
Also, the Switch seems a little loud.
Yeah, let me go ahead and turn that down just a smidge. Let's see, is that too quiet? It's a bit too quiet.
Make some noise.
I was.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm not hearing anything. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Okay, so this. So, when the milk ran dry, cats worldwide desperately sought a new source.
Oh shit!
Then, deep under the ocean, vast amount of what appeared to be naturally forming full-fat milk.
Is this what I think it is?
A hazardous extraction followed. The milk must flow. This is Aqua Kitty Milk.
Yeah!
This is Aqua Kitty Milk Mine Defender UDX.
Emphasis on Defender.
Yes.
This is actually originally on the Xbox Live Arcade.
Yeah. So this has been released a few times. The first time I played it was
not Xbox Live Arcade, Xbox Live Indie Games.
Indies. Yeah. So originally, it was originally released as an indie game. Then it was released on the PC as Aqua Kitty Milk Mine Defender. Then it got ported to the PS4 as Aqua Kitty DX. And now it's been released to the Xbox One and Switch as Aqua Kitty UDX. So I'll go ahead and show what that means. And also, this very much is the Defender part
clone.
is very much a Defender clone.
Oh, that's a bad thing. It's actually a really
No,
nice
it is. Yeah, that's clone in the very technical sense. The thing this is actually the thing they added in UDX, which is the Dreadnought mode, which is basically it's basically a more traditional shmup than a Defender clone. But why don't we actually just kind of show off? I'm not very far in this because I just recently got this like yesterday. So
Well, if it's good, I might have to pick it up.
yeah, it's also because I want to say that this is like $9. It's like really cheap.
Oh wow, yeah.
So let me go ahead and just try in classic mode. Okay, so this introduces these guys, which are basically will explode.
Okay.
Okay, so if you take a look at the top, you will see a minimap. The two white dots are our milk miners, and we want to protect them. Whoop. The red dots will come and they will try and home in on one of the two white dots and try and take them away. Much like Defender. But normally we have two different types of shot. We have the standard shot, which is decent. But if you'll B, you have a turbo shot, which is basically, as it says, a more turbo shot, which is also a smidge more powerful.
It's kind of neat actually seeing how far this game has come since the X-Plug days.
Yeah. Also, rather than just like Defender, you have to turn around manually compared to just moving left or right. Unlike Defender, you can actually move backwards and forwards. You just move. If you're trying to move backwards, you move slower than if you need to like turn around. There is leaderboard support for this. Oop.
Man, you suck.
Yeah, well, I'm the top of my friends list. I'm
Yeah,
the only
fuck
one
your
on my
friends
friends
list.
list.
Yeah.
Okay, so here, yeah, why not just also do this? Okay, so this is where they introduce. So there will be power-ups that kind of come along. So basically the green things. So if you time it right, you will get a particular power-up. Oh god. The miners can never die, so you don't have to worry about like killing them. Unlike the original Defender. Oh.
That would just be cruel.
They just pooped. What happened?
Also, this has a very modish thing. Oh.
So, man, this game is pretty.
Yeah.
So what happens if like the thing grabs them and whatnot?
I believe you'll get you won't get as many points, and if you lose all of them, I believe you fail the mission.
No, yeah, I think it's 2,000 ahead, so...
Oh. Okay, also, we do have a health meter.
Oh no.
So, do you have a button that changes your orientation?
Yes, it is the right bump. It is the bumpers,
That's
so to
handy.
speak. Also, this is more of a game that you kind of want to use the stick with, because it is not a, oh, it's just like emulating an 8 way. It is an actual like analog control.
Yeah, this is definitely a real thing. I've heard about this game, but I've never seen it.
And as you can also see in the top, it is wave-based. Actually kind of similar to Defender, but not in this sense. Also, you can kind of, if you take a look, that meter right up below my health is actually how much, because you can't just constantly use Turbo Fire. So that is your ammo for your Turbo Fire. It'll gradually increase.
So do those cats have directional audio? God damn it!
Amazing.
I like the fact that you're picking that up and not me. Oh,
It's a really good thing that it has directional audio. That's actually a really nice touch.
yes. Oh, damn it.
Ah, that was a fucking waste.
Let's see, can I kill it before...
Unlocked.
There. So now that I've beaten that boss, I got... I think also the bosses are something they added in this version as well. So now that I got both, I get a better score. Infinite Espresso, from what I gather, is basically just an infinite mode.
Okay.
But yeah. Let's take a look at arcade mode. Also, by the way, so arcade mode, as it says... also, I might as well just show that. So there's the controls for this. This is also can be played 2-player simultaneously. And as you can see at the bottom, there's extra stuff in arcade mode.
Yes.
So also one thing with arcade mode is that I don't think it says it, or you see it in the left. Levels can only be played once. So basically, you have like one save essentially of arcade mode. The rest is, and if you want to like replay a level or you think you can get better, you need to restart arcade mode. Also, each mode has two difficulties, normal and easy. I think you can unlock a third, like a harder one. I'm not 100% certain. Also, let me do this real quick. Where are you? There. So I gotta see the chat. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's see. Let's just do arcade mode easy. I don't think there's any penalty for doing easy or normal. So if you look at the bottom left, you will see a Gradius style power-up meter. That if we get crystals, we can collect power-ups. As you get more crystals, you can get different stuff. And also, if you kind of gather from what the little pips by the each power-up, they can be each be upgraded. In there. Okay, let's see. Also, once you beat one level in arcade mode, you can't change the password again. Not the password, the difficulty. Let's try this level again. Also, if you let the crystals touch the ground, they will break.
I'm just wondering how you pump milk out of the ground.
Don't worry about it.
With the giant drills, can't you see them?
Yeah.
Ah, I see, okay.
It's just like Kids Next Door, where, you know, where you got coffee out of the ocean floor.
Of course, you see, this planet has been genetically engineered from a cow.
Maybe this Earth has nipples. I don't know.
I like hearing more bothered by that than the fact that it's cats doing work.
I mean,
Cats also shouldn't drink milk, so
How dare you call cats lazy?
cats do more
Clearly
than you,
never
probably.
seen one of my two cats.
I mean, to be fair, they are busy, but that is to be busy being assholes.
Yeah, I didn't say lazy, I said doing work. Cats being
I will have you know the big one is only a jerk when she wants food.
Aren't we all?
Which is why I've had to move everything she could bite that I don't want her to bite to a different room. To a place where she can't get to. Piece of shit.
Oh. There we go.
Music's nice.
Yes, the music is very nice.
Yeah.
Also, so now that we've seen arcade mode, why don't we just kind of take a look at Dreadnought mode?
Yeah.
Let's take a look at this one. Okay, so
Did you see the rhubarb? Does anyone read this?
I didn't see it. So I guess they proved their point. So this one, miners, I believe, are hidden inside of these turrets. Or no, they're
Are you
hidden.
sure it's the turds, not the big green glowing box?
Yeah, I think now that I see it. Which, as you get the miners, they will extend any special weapon you have.
Wow, they put a lot of effort in this.
Yes, they did.
I'm hard pressed to think of another shmup where you have bi-directional freedom like this, where you move in both directions and you change direction separately.
I wonder if that was a Resogun, that one PS4 shmup thing that was like the Fender. Whoops. Also, it was exploding. Okay, let's try that one more time. Being not quite as haphazard. Okay, let's see.
I'm glad that you've learned how to dodge. I was wrong.
There we go. Okay, so in this one, as you get later, Tyrion, as you get the miners, they will take time off of the time that you've taken, so you can get better scores.
Joke's on you, though. Your time sucks.
Yeah, it did. But yeah,
Is there any point to hitting the par time?
I don't. I think maybe I'm not quite certain. 'Cause I don't think you can like level up certain things.
It's because you're not good enough.
I guess not. Anyway, that is AquaCat Milk Mine Defender.
Amazing.
All you need to do is get good.
Mm-hmm.
Put that in sleep. Nope. Yep. As soon as I press the right button. There. Okay. So, let's see. Up. There. Okay. So, I think that game's pretty good.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's take a look at the purple. Let's see.
I honestly I'd probably play it at least to the degree of above Death Smiles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's probably going above Death Smiles. I would probably say.
I would put it maybe over Bosconian.
Yeah, I'm thinking above Bosconian. I would.
Poppin' Twimby, definitely.
I would probably say underneath the Fever SOS revision.
I would honestly probably say
that
it's
or-
probably above Poppin' Twimby.
Yeah, that would also work.
Yeah.
Or maybe even above Perfect Cherry Blossom.
What
Hmm.
is Twinkle Star Sprites again?
That is the Versus thing. It was a Neo Geo
Yeah,
game.
I would maybe put it over that, honestly.
That sounds about right. So yeah, 36.1.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a good game. It's really pretty. It's got great music. Plays well, so...
Let's see. And it's also very cheap and very available. Because you can get it on
Yeah, it's-
damn near anything.
it's nice seeing how well it's done, given that once again it started on X-Blade, which is a death sentence for most things.
Yeah, everyone remember I made a game with zombies in it? So I
Oh god.
didn't even check
That's
this.
because anyone with sense who went on X-Blade would later branch out elsewhere.
I forgot to check to see who the developer of that game was. Let's see, AquaCat UDX. Developed by...
Tiki Pod, I think.
Tiki Pod, yes. Tiki Pod.
Yep.
And Tiki Pod.
Tiki Pod Limited.
Switch. For 2018. Okay, so now that we've gotten...
The music was done by Electric Cafe.
Okay.
I don't know who they are.
Well, we could probably find out. What?
What?
Oh. I thought you saw something.
It looks like the only thing of actual note they've done is Aqua Kitty.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Well, actually no, they did Diner Dash of all things.
Oh. I don't know the music of Diner Dash, but I that seems like a game that would probably have good music. So...
Things like... Okay, go on.
This next game... I think this game hit a new record for me in time for me launching the game and me having problems with it.
Ooh, this is good.
Let me just load this game up real quick. Do I need to turn that down a bit?
It's a bit loud, yeah.
So this game I have mixed feelings on.
Okay.
Let me set it to the right thing first. So, this is Jetbuster? Yep.
Yeah, okay.
And, yeah. I remember reading, because the developer who made this made another shmup. I forgot what the name of it was. I probably should have looked it up. But basically when they decided, when they made their next, I was reading something, and I can't remember exactly how, like, explicit they were about it, but I wanted to say that they basically said, like, oh, we want to make our game more more popular, so we decided to have anthropomorphic animals in it.
I mean,
They went after that furry money hard.
you can make a lot of money.
And they did so in a way that might not be the most... well, let's see. So before I even get into the game, they did do some very nice things. So like if I go into the option, let's see. You can do basically any sort of control thing. This is a vertical shooter. And they do have rotation, which is very nice. So why don't we go ahead and take a look at some of the characters we can play as in this game?
Do we have to?
Yes. So this is Makoto. Makoto.
Okay.
This is Axel.
I hate it.
Edgy.
This is Arashi.
I hate it.
Fuck.
This is Karen. This
We
is
can't
Amelia.
Wait, what? Why is there people?
Also, you got
all
three.
be furries, Karen.
Oh, we have shitty art.
You
Yes.
know, I promised I'd be nicer this year, but the thing that's confusing me is this is like old furry. This is like
Yeah, this is like bad, like early 2000s DeviantArt level furry.
Yup.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Also, there is some filters you can put on.
So who made this again? Like, what was it?
It's Team Grybanzer Fox. Their other game is Xeno R, was it? Xenodyne R, which is pretty much
It is a very standard shmup. Like
very forgettable. I can see why they did this, because their other shooters look very forgettable, whereas this at least has a unique look in the intro screen.
The ancient furry aesthetic.
Yeah. So let me just show this off. So one, you can see what the hitbox is. You can change what the color of the hitbox is. You can make it so that, because obviously this being a post DoDonPachi shmup, you have medals. So you can actually turn it so that the medals are actually almost invisible. So you can just barely see them. So they're not cluttering the screen. They're not even really cluttering. They're actually designed so that they're not even cluttering the screen to begin with, which is nice.
Okay.
I believe this is because there's some like dialogue between bosses and such. That I think that's what that is. You can basically turn it so that it forces it to skip the tutorial, which I guess is nice. But also you can define what the colors of the bullets are. So you can have like different color. I don't know why you'd have a different color, but basically I did the Mushihima-sama thing and just made all the bullets purple. But you can make them basically anything you want. So yeah, so I'll get that out of the way. There are also some things about this game that I have some issues with.
I can't wait!
Can you see a problem here?
Wow, this writing is terrible. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, these fonts are all over the place and unreadable.
Just to really enforce the 2000s level furry?
Oh yeah, no, the art's garbage.
No, take a look at what we are.
Oh!
Kitsune.
Oh my god, okay.
You're not a fox, you're a kitsune.
She's a crime sweeper.
Crime Sweeper 27.
Axel Steel.
Oh god.
He also uses old guns because he's a gun nut.
Like a ninja.
100% genuine ninja.
He was seen defeating criminals with good old shurikens.
100% genuine ninja.
Also, for the thing that we have when we don't have a character is nope, not GIF. This static image of nope, not GIF. So let's just play the standard character.
The crimes.
And look at this wonderful
She used
font.
to be a pilot in the Alien War of 2173.
Was
She
a
was
pop
a pop idol until terrorists ruined her tours. How the fuck?
Also,
This
look at this font.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb here, and based on what I'm seeing of their previous games, I think they outsourced to the character art.
Don't say.
Yeah.
Especially given that the art for their portraits in this are completely different than the two different kinds of sidebar art as well.
Yep.
Yes. So the tutorial, there are not that many intricate mechanics. I can just explain it. Although one thing, actually, before I go on, one thing they do advertise, which I can kind of hear it. It's supposed to be a soundtrack made with the YM2612, which is the Genesis.
Yes, they are extremely proud of that. Every one of their games advertises it's a YM2612 music.
Which, again, if you're going to do a soundtrack or sound chip like that, why not just do the PC-88 one?
Yeah.
Which is the same chip, but better. Anyway, also, when I die, I'll have another thing to say. Why don't I actually get into the game?
Let's show the fucking game, yeah.
Yeah, it's a very DoDonPachi shmup.
Oh god, that's really obnoxious when you pick them up.
Yeah, that is, I think, one.
That's super distracting.
So, one thing about the bullets in here, I will say that it is definitely not DoDonPachi, is that it's not like those games where the bullet has a very tiny hitbox as do you. Also, look at these.
What's wrong?
I forgot what I was gonna say. There's some sort of chaining mechanic. I don't know how it works. Although, okay, so picking up metals actually has a much different mechanic than what you think. And we'll see that when I die. But we don't just have this normal shot. We do have a bomb. The thing is, the bomb is it is a bullet clearing one. It is not a damage one. Which is
It looks kind of crap.
yeah.
There's some very curious design choices. Why clutter the screen with a giant HUD when you have these sidebars?
Because here's the thing, it is definitely there's some things in here that are definitely put in by people who know what bullet hell stuff, but it is also designed by people who might have not the best design experience.
This is like their 6th game.
They destroy.
Okay, maybe not experience. They might. Let's just say they're not Cave
Yeah.
or Compile.
They
or,
have no design sense is the issue.
yes,
Yeah, because
they have good ideas, very poor execution.
Also, the
Yeah.
sprite work's kind of just not great.
This is like something like their 5th game because they've done.
Shigeru
Will of Bay.
Yes. Also, there was the bomb. So we have a secondary weapon, which, so
Congrats.
I'll show it off when I actually get to, like, when it'll actually make sense. Okay.
Also, something about the sound effects is just
No,
really
being a
awful.
mascot is not for me. This boss really needs 3 parts.
No, they don't. In every single boss
They're
has,
not-
like, at least 3 phases.
And none of them are interesting.
Because it's the thing, it's like... Let's just say we might be looking at another cave shooter later on. And we'll get a good comparison. But,
Echo the Dolphin by K.
there are
the
ways to do
fuck is there
phases. There are ways to do phases in a boss that are not like that.
Okay, but why the fuck is there a no miss bonus of all fucking things?
Because it's... Cave games do that.
They looked at a cave game and said, yeah, I can do that too, and we'll put furries in it to even make it sell better.
Yeah, I don't know
Hey,
why.
there's
It's just
no furries in their
something
games.
about the sound effects really bug me, and I can't put my finger on
They're
it.
bad.
The fact that it's a
Yes.
mishmash of styles.
Yeah, that's kind of it.
Because the thing that I was going to say earlier, actually, and actually, we had,
Also, none of them sound good or satisfying.
Yep.
yeah. Here, the thing with the other alternate shot. You see how the metals turn into those, like, squares?
Yeah.
That is actually the currency that you use to unlock stuff in the shop.
Ah, I see. Makes perfect sense.
I'm like,
So, it'll make okay.
It won't make
Okay,
sense.
if this was meant to emulate the Genesis, that
Oh.
sounds way too high a voice count sample to be a Genesis thing. Also, here's the thing with the metals do. You use the metals to purchase continues.
Do it. Do it, you coward.
And as you basically every time you try and continue, it'll add 50 metals to the price.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is great because later levels you get them by the boatload.
Yeah.
It
I
doesn't
mean,
really matter.
You have to be kind of. Also, it's glitching.
I can't quite put my finger on, but the game just kind of sounds empty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Makes
it's
sense.
yeah. That's actually kind of a good way to put it.
why are the attack planes from 1943 in here?
I don't know.
Because planes are cool.
Oh,
Rip.
I swear that voice sample is ripped straight from some Konami game.
I would fucking believe it.
Can't believe they would steal assets.
Also,
Pay
let's
me
not
or
forget that they
crash out.
described these as coffee break shmups.
What? The hell is a
Hey.
coffee break shmup?
Let me go back to the
A
Steam
shmup that you
page.
can play on
You're-
your coffee break. But can you play it with one hand?
No. I mean,
Then how are you
theoretically.
going to drink your coffee?
Okay. There's something about the hip, like, oh, you can see the hitbox, but there's something about the way, because unlike most cave shmups, I'm pretty sure the bullet is the entire hitbox. They didn't get the thing where it's like, oh, the bullet is not the entire hitbox. It is that the bullet is just a visual representation. Oh, I actually won.
That only had 2 waves. Strange.
Okay, excuse me. The coffee thing was from one of their previous games. That's right. Which was Fire Arrow Plus, which said Fire Arrow, and Fire Arrow X are time attack style shooters with a heavy emphasis on scoring, also known as coffee break shmups.
No, they're not. I've never heard that term before.
Nobody's used it before.
Do me a favor, look up coffee break shmup on Google and see how many results you get.
I mean, it's probably gonna be just.
Also,
that.
if the first entry on that list is one of their games, then that's bullshit.
Continue.
So I'm not seeing anything come up in my quick Google search for coffee break shmup.
In my Google search, the first hit is another Steam game, is another retro shooter.
Oh, excuse me. There's a shooter on Game Jolt that comes up.
Of course.
Yeah, my top hit.
I mean, it could have been worse,
Next
could have been
Jump.
DL site.
Yeah, my top is like 10 hits on this one game called Next Jump.
Yeah, it's Next Jump for me too.
Oh, damn.
Next jump, Shmup Tactics from Postmortem Pixels.
Actually, Lola, want me to read the story for this game?
I actually spent time yesterday and beat this game. But go ahead and read it, because this game's story just does. Okay, we've played games with weird stories, like say Armed Police Batrider, which had a really kind of crazy story that doesn't make any sense. This does it in such a way that is. It's not that it makes sense in a way that's like you're trying. Like you have like plot bits. Like I don't have any context for any of it. Like they reference like, oh, this great war that happened. It's like, what is going on?
Can I start then?
Yes, please do.
The year is 2182. It's been almost a decade since the Xeno Wars have ended. With the threat no more, civilizations all across the galaxy have begun to rebuild their society. One such civilization are the weird humanoid animals living on what humans named Earth J, the home planet of Northern Makoto Kitsune, the rather odd foxwoman who helped win the Xeno Wars. And she's a J-pop idol?
Yes.
However, peace didn't last long as... some mean-spirited animals clearly don't want her singing. Her tour is being
How
constantly
dare
ruined
they?
by some angry people. Makoto got mad, so mad she became a crime sweeper going on a personal vendetta against those who ruined her musical tours. This musical is gonna be full of bullets. That's it.
It's a musical of bullets.
That was the entire description, that hot mess.
Hold on one sec. I need to
Can I
download
talk
something
about
real
Next
quick.
Jump? Once...
Yes, please. I need to quick download
Uh,
something.
Next Jump is a turn-based tactics shoot-'em-up for people who are bad at shmups but love them. Do space jumps and chase the vicious dragons who stole all the stock of beverages capitalized, from the galaxy are now running away. Features: it's a tactics shmup, an excellent coffee break game. Be a pilot of the Bastards Federation, a group formed by the elves, humans, dwarves, and orcs who used to live in peace, sharing their love for all beverages. Your mission: Jump! Chase the dragons and stop them from running away with all of that is sacred to the bastards by jumping from sector to sector, facing hordes of enemies in turn-based battles.
Okay, I just need to download this thing real quick.
Yep. Each sector is a board. Each given jump represents a new combat board generated procedures simulating combat situations only seen in Shmups.
I hate this.
Pick from 7 playable ships, all inspired by classic weapons: the ballista, the dagger, hammer, staff, sword, shield, and a secret one.
Okay, so let me just do this.
Equip and upgrade your ship with
Please
different
tell me
weapons and
it's in here.
accessories.
I'm looking at a playthrough of the game of Next Jump, and it's an interesting idea because as you move your ships around the grid, the bad guys start spewing bullets. But since it's turn-based, the bullets move one space a turn. So your goal is don't end your turn where a bunch of bullets are going to land.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, it's an interesting idea, but the advertising is very
Garbage.
Yeah. Not only inspired by classic shmups and bullet hells, it's also influenced by tactical games like Final Fantasy Tactics, Jeanne d'Arc, and roguelikes like FTL and Crypt of the Necrodancer.
make sure you mention all the big names.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. You describing the story for this reminds me of only one thing, and it pisses me off.
Good. What does it remind you of? God, fuck, no! Get this out! You son of a bitch, get rid of this milk.
Okay, I'm done.
Good.
I'm done.
What a fucking garbage game.
Also, just
Classic
to
games in the past.
show off. So here's the shop.
Hell yeah, Karen.
So there's Karen. Also, look how
Can't
much.
all be furries, Karen.
Yeah, because she's a UFO nerd. Also, you get to unlock the boss rush mode, or you can just unlock infinite continues. Everyone's dream, or basically anyone's dream who played any other game.
Yeah.
You want to? Yes, I do. Yes, I want to exit.
Is there something wrong with the music?
Yes.
Yeah, it's the music.
Yeah, pretty much. All right. Yeah. There are some things that are very nice about that. There's also some things about that are very much not nice.
Mm-hmm.
So. Because the thing is that it's not terrible.
It's functional. It's just
Yeah,
suffer.
it's functional.
But in a bad way.
Yeah, it is basically hit the check marks to basically verify it is a shmup, and it is playable. But it's
Like, I would prefer Super Hydra over it personally.
oh yeah, it's going under Super Hydra. I would say the same
Yeah.
thing.
I don't think it deserves red, but yeah.
Because the thing is, as much as I say about Super Hydra, it's that my issues with it is that basically they wanted to make a new shooter and then basically decided, oh, let's emulate the kind of not the very old, very antiquated shmups, which made it something that is very much akin to those games. This just feels flat. Like Hydra did exactly what it was meant to do. This is just meh. Like it just doesn't feel it doesn't feel bad. Like the mechanics work, it just feels incredibly unpolished. Like it's very rough.
It feels like the solo album from the session musicians that were backing your headliner. Like it's technically proficient, and they obviously know what they're doing, but there's no style, no panache.
Yeah. So I think it probably would go at the very somewhere around here. Although, to be honest, I think it should probably go above Abotix, because that's also a game that...
Yeah.
That Abotix felt bad. This doesn't feel bad. And it's like Alien Syndrome. It's a game that is neat, but it just doesn't feel great. Like, it doesn't feel like it just doesn't have any life to it.
So if you had a choice between that game and the Atari Yar's Revenge, is that the classic Yar's Revenge or the
Yes,
remake?
that is the classic.
So which would you rather play?
I would actually rather play Yar's Revenge.
Then I think you've picked your spot.
Yeah.
Man, I might run into these people who made this.
It's a different Norman Rafferty. It just kind of sounds similar. I had a cold.
It's a nice game.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say, like, I don't want to be, like, mean to the developers, but at the same time, you're looking at kind of, you're, like, you look at all this other stuff, and I'm like, well, if I'm going to look at it and kind of compare it to it, I'm not trying to be mean, I'm just trying to, I'm trying to be honest.
If they didn't want to invite the retro comparisons, they shouldn't be so aggressively retro.
That's
Also,
a good point.
One of my bigger issues with it is more that the entire aesthetic feels really manufactured.
That also is one thing that is kind of in the back of my mind, where it's like, you kind of did, and I'm pretty sure you explicitly said in an interview, you made some of these design choices to be, like, you did it to cater to a particular crowd.
It struck me as rather outsider, yes.
It felt disingenuous.
Yes, that's a $3 word.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. And then the developer is, Team Grybonzer Fox.
Grybonzer Fox. When choosing a company name,
Grybonzer Fox.
I mean, no one else is gonna take that name, so.
Yeah, just have fun, typing it into Google to figure out.
Wow.
Sorry, I'm pondering a company named Grybonzer Fox UK because it was taken in the US.
I just want to also point out that came out October 24th, 2017.
Yes, it is an extremely recent game.
Mm-hmm.
They're a new company. All their stuff's like, in the last 18 months or so.
That's
That stuff dating back to 2015.
2015? My bad.
I was gonna say though, but still, like, more than like 3 games in 2 years. That I think that might actually be
That's a
kind
total
of an
of 4
issue.
games.
Well, still, that's what that would be, like 4 games in 3 years,
Yeah.
maybe.
Uh,
Some of them are just updates to the Xeno franchise, as they call it, but
Well, that's why I said 4, because there was Xeno Die and Xeno Hell, there was Fire Arrow, or whatever that was, and then there was this.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, maybe if they spent a little bit more time, they can polish it out. So it's not like this game couldn't have been good. It's just at its current state, it just is not.
It really wants to be a
That's-
bad Mega
that's
Drive shmup.
The aesthetic felt really lazily pandering, is my big issue.
it seems weird to me because if it's supposed to be Mega Drive, I don't understand why it's a vertical shooter.
True.
Yeah, that's true.
They described
yeah.
as 90s-esque.
But
again-
everything is 90s. Everything.
The
Also-
90s suck.
Oh, okay. Oh, actually, okay, I take that back. It wasn't the YM2612. Okay, so here's the blurb. An early 90s game soundtrack by Heavy Viper composed on the YM2151, which is the standard arcade. Like, it is the... If a game was made from, like, probably 89 to 91, or to 95, it probably used that chip. And it says, that's a CPS-1 X68000 for those unaware, smiley face.
Smiley face. Sorry, the other ones were the 2612. This one's... I mean, they know everything, so it's a deliberate choice.
Because here's the... okay. Let's just... Where did I put that on? So... Also remember when I made that... So... before I did this actually on Monday, when I was going through the stuff, I'm like, why do I have the feeling that there's going to be one game that's going to induce a Hydra-style rant? So, for doing a YM2151, in doing like a new version of it, let's just compare, this is also comparing it to someone who has been doing this since they were actually working with the chip, but this is what M2 did with when they did the Rebirth series on the Wii to do all those they did Castlevania, Gradius, and Contra. Like this is what they did with like the YM2151 for Castlevania.
Like, I honestly wish that game had sounded half as fucking dynamic as this does with music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or just to compare what a actual YM2151 sounds like. And again, also, this is, again, probably punching a bit above... Well, actually, no, I can just compare it to this. We haven't actually taken a look at this game yet. Because, yeah, it's something like that, because that is from an actual X68K game. That is not from the, that is not Grandpa Banjo version of Phalanx. Yeah. So, that's the thing when I hear things like, oh, it's a different thing, but think about Maldita Castilla. That was a game that's not using the YM2151, but it is using something similar, actually even a weaker chip. And let's see, I think I have the soundtrack to that real quick. No, not the Ace of Seafood soundtrack. That's a good soundtrack, but that doesn't use the YM2151.
It's a really good one.
Yeah, it's right here.
Perfect.
Like just compared to this. Just because you use a chip doesn't exactly mean you gotta work with the chip.
Yeah.
And this kind of just doesn't. So, yeah, that's kind of... It's always my thing when games try and be... Or, I'm not going to bring it up because I can't remember where I saved it, but think of Shovel Knight, and it's trying to use the NES chip. Even though it was using it was using a faux version that technically you couldn't do it on an actual NES, but that's beside the point.
Not too many sound channels, yeah.
Yeah, but still, you try.
In their defense, Jake Kaufman's a fucking wizard.
See, yeah, that's also the thing is that I don't know who fed Heavy Viper, and I'm not trying to like say that he can't do anything. But yeah. Yeah, Maldita Castilla is a weird game. It's a very good game, too. But anyway, that's not this game, and also that's not Shmup. Unlike the next game we're going to take a look at. You Die. Yes, it is. It is very much a Shmup, and I kind of intentionally wanted to take a look at this after we took a look at the last game. This is also going to be... It's technically an arcade game, but it was released on PC. And also this technically isn't... This is probably the least animal-like of the games we're taking a look at, but the franchise most certainly had animal like themes before, and it's named after an animal. Where is it? Oh, yeah, that's right. So this is DoDonPachi Ressurection.
Yes, it is.
So yeah, it was like Angry Bee Leader Resurrection. So even though there might not be as many animals in this, I'm still counting it as an animal game. Also, we need to take a look at this for one very specific reason. Also,
Ah, that was
turns down.
wow.
Oh, hold on.
That made me jump actually.
Turn it down just a smidge. Okay. Everyone hearing again?
Yeah.
Do I need to turn it down a little bit more?
My biggest issue was it just made me fucking jump.
Okay. So yeah, very similar to Mushihime Sama's release. It's Dejiko Games port. It has many different modes. We are not going to touch any of these other noise or any of these other things. We're just going to play the normal one because a lot of these just make the game stupid hard.
Ah, good. That's
You have the option of 1.5 and 1.51.
Yeah, it's kind of an arranged
1.5
mode.
Yeah.
So also,
So basically, the game was originally an iOS game.
I don't.
I think it was.
No, this is an arcade. game.
No, it was arcade. Then it came to iOS. Then to 360.
Yeah.
Then to Android.
Yeah.
And then to Windows.
Okay.
Why do we have these weird side?
Because Cave really wants to push, like, I mean, the iPhone was huge, so they wanted to put the games up for some stupid reason.
Also, 1.5 was specifically because of the Xbox Live version.
Okay.
I meant more like the separate screens that are kind of messing with me.
Oh,
That
we'll see
makes
once
sense
again the game.
when you're playing, yeah.
Okay.
There's a reason for them.
So, 3 different ships. Unpick those. Okay, so we have standard bomb type. Power type, which is what we're going to be using, but basically it allows you to switch between 2 modes at the expense of bombs, but that actually is not a bad thing. And then this is a kind of really weird mode, so I'm just going to do this. Okay, so basically what these side windows are, they're basically so that you can focus on particular things. So one is your hitbox, and the other is basically your score, like your thing. Okay, so it is very much a DoDonPachi game. We have a kind of a shot that basically it's your auto shot and your charge laser. So there's a B right there. It's an animal game. So
Let's see.
yeah, if you kind of remember, and I don't know how much I got into it in that, but basically this game's main mechanic it kind of is an evolution of the hyper system. So if you see that meter that's flashing? Oh, also whoops. Underneath my score. Also we can beam duel certain bosses. Okay, so if I hit what normally would be my bomb button, I turn into boost mode, which makes me a lot slower, but as you can see, gives me a lot more power.
Also, one quick little thing is that by making the metals darker and black and gold, they're actually a lot less distracting, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? They don't flash the entire screen every time you pick one.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's show off hyper mode. Hyper mode is this. When you shoot out bullets. Or you shoot, like, not out bullets, but you shoot... You
shoot out bullets!
You shoot...
Hell yeah.
You can shoot the bullets for points. Also, you can beam duel bosses. Also, me trying to be fancy, just kind of showing off that, yes, this also does have the thing where, you can... The entire bullet is not the hitbox. Unlike, say, Jetbusters. And yeah, those are the main bosses. They are these, like, I think they're supposed to be called
Giant
dolls.
animes.
Yes.
Giant anime ladies. Also, the music in this is absolutely fantastic.
Yes, it is.
Like, even for DoDonPachi, it's exceptional. You were doing so well.
Oh,
Is there a set number of continues?
no. It is infinite continuous, actually, just like the port of Muchi Himosama.
It's so much. Really glad to just go to a game that understands what it's trying to do now.
Yes.
Look at all those stars.
Yes, that is actually why it feels really good to have. Just have it so that every single bullet is turning into a medal in hyper mode. Which, by the way, you can get hyper mode in hyper mode. So, like, if I pop hyper mode and shoot enough things to warrant another hyper mode, I'll be able to just pop it immediately. Also, so the meter that shows you how long you are in hyper mode is that little circle around my ship, which is nice
Yeah, I
that
saw that.
Yes, it's also nice that it pauses during cutscenes.
Yeah.
Also a nice touch.
So the bomb. So even though I don't have access to bombs normally, if I pick up a bomb, I'll have it in stock and it'll basically be an auto bomb.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this game doesn't mess around. Yeah, you see that hit combo that's going up? That's every time that's a bullet that's being hit.
Amazing.
The power of bullet hell, but this time it is us.
See how this boss has multiple phases that don't stop you, stop the thing?
Yeah. Also, nobody talks. Well, no, there is talking.
No, there's talking. There is definitely talking.
Yeah, no, but I mean, it's in the background. It doesn't take the focus away.
Okay.
Yeah, is that a Toho thing?
That's all mostly in text, isn't it?
Toa's text, yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Right. Well, but so was Jetbuster, and I've seen other
well,
people
yeah, I
who are
suppose.
making games that have like these long like,
Usually it's not.
visual novel type sequences.
Actually, now that I
Well,
think
like,
about
even
it.
Toho's fairly quick.
Also, you can mash it.
Usually-
You can also mash it out. You can skip
Yeah.
it. Whereas in Jetbuster, you can't.
Also, you know, Toho writing is kind of charmingly stupid.
Yes.
We got bored, so we started doing shit.
Yeah, there's a reason we have It's Always Sunny.
Yeah.
That stupid It's Always Sunny edit.
Oh, damn it. Also, one thing about Hyper, though, is that you can still die. So it's not invulnerability, but since you can destroy damn near anything, you might as well just be invincible. Also, something about picking what kind of style, whether or not you're the bomb type or the power type, it does determine like the power of your laser and whether or not you can beam duel certain lasers.
Absolute chaos going on here.
Yep.
I love mud.
Yeah.
Was this in the other DoDonPachi games where some medals fly to you, but other you have to pick up?
It is. It's. I believe. There's a system for how it gets determined about what's what. Damn. Yeah, this level is basically you are constantly in hyper mode.
Hyper mode, yeah.
Yep. Lasers still pierce.
Well, cause they're fucking laser.
Yeah, so that is one thing you gotta watch out for.
Good job.
Yeah. Whoop.
So close. And
Also,
once
there-
again, like even
There's a very distinct noise for the laser going off too, which is nice.
yeah, and also once again, your hyper mode or burst mode or whatever. I already forgot what it's called.
Hyper mode.
Yeah, that uses colors that are incredibly distinct from the ones that they are using.
Yes.
Because
So there's almost a Ikaruga style, like keeping one button on a different button, like trying to switch polarities, so to speak. Also, I don't know if I did say it, but basically, so the way the bomber works is that you basically keep a stock of it, and if you get hit, it's an auto bomb.
So by autobomb, it means if you take a hit, it automatically goes off.
Yep. But a bit weaker than a normal bomb.
I do think though that's a pretty neat mechanic.
Yeah.
Is this having actual slowdown, or is that just me?
That is actual slowdown.
Yeah, that's actual slowdown.
So much stuff is going on.
It's very busy.
Yep.
No, so,
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh. Nope. The only thing that's kind of annoying is upon continue, it will switch off whether or not you're in normal or boost. It'll automatically default you to normal. Okay.
Well, I guess your medals reset when you die.
Yep. Also, I'm not actually quite certain how long this game is, because it seems like it's longer than the normal Cave 5 levels.
I love the mud. It's so good. And even with the mud, the game looks really good, which says a lot. I appreciate Lolo just pulsing the two different shot types for shits and giggles.
And normally I thought that the standard bullets would actually be weaker than the laser, but it seems like the laser is actually pretty weak.
No, the whole point of the laser is, you know, laser bullshit.
Yeah. But I'm thinking of like even an older DoDonPachi, I thought the laser was always more powerful.
So many stars.
It's nice that
Because an actual massive hitch on the side stream, or maybe it's on the actual game too, but there's a massive hitch.
Yeah, I think it was a natural hitch. But
Perfect.
the thing is that, like, just kind of thinking about, like, Crimson Clover and how it handled its, like, visual stuff, it's nice that, like, there is a whole bunch of nonsense happening on the screen, yet I can still tell exactly where I am.
Yeah, a lot of that's the color coding.
Yes.
You are full of stars.
Also, it's great because I'm changing from one hyper into another. And yeah, it is hitting some major slowdown.
$444 hit.
So, just to kind of go through what some of the other modes were, basically one is that you play as the ship from Ketsui, and I believe the other one is you play as a ship from one of the older DoDonPachis. Oh, God damn it. Wasted hyper.
So, what kind of anime girl is this gonna turn into?
Her.
Horrifying one.
Haha!
Horrifying.
Oh God, what is this gonna do?
Oh, sweet Jesus!
Ah, God.
Horrifying.
Welcome to die!
So I should be glad that the side stream froze up on my end then.
You would basically be seeing the exact same thing. Oh God, it's Chaos Dunk.
No!
Oh my god, attack of KBT
I got it. Slow down's helping. Oh no, oh no.
You don't have Viper, you're so dead.
Nope.
You're so dead.
Wow.
Got it. Oh, she's dead. Oh,
Oh man, I didn't notice they lose all their clothes. Of
Yeah, they get
course.
naked and then they explode.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, I noticed it, I just didn't want to bring attention to it.
Well, now you did.
Pervert.
Oh, you're the one that said it.
Carnival's a dirty pervert.
It's true. Fucking filthy perv.
He's just like Jiraiya.
God damn it.
Can I just ban Risen from this call? Can I just
Goddamn it.
abuse my mod powers?
Fuck you, that series has been over for at least 2 years at this point.
Carnival is Boruto's dad.
No.
You know what's funny is I've actually heard this song before.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Let me tell you about the video interweb playlist. And how I listened to that shit religiously for a while.
Amazing.
It had music from all kinds of games, and this is one of them, and there's this song in particular. Because this song is really fucking good.
Can you do me a favor and look up the composer?
Look at this, I already have it open.
Okay, what's the composer?
You prepared.
Manabu no Miki,
Okay,
Azusa
that's what I
Chiba, and Yoshimi Kudo.
Okay.
You were looking for Manabu, weren't you?
Yes.
I wonder why, given how this song sounds.
Yes. The best video game composer who is also a very religious Splatoon player. He particularly likes the end zap, apparently, which I always felt kind of funny.
Embrace the chaos, Chachi.
I was always a splat roller person.
Give me the splat dualies.
It was great just sniping people with the splat roller splash, which apparently they nerfed in too.
Yeah, they made it. I think they made it so that it didn't like have like. I think it had a dead zone, is what they added. Oh, what is this? I don't like. Why is it going sideways? This isn't pro gear. Stop that.
God, this song is so fucking good though. This game in general is really fucking good.
Yes. God damn it. Hit the wrong button. Switch too early. Or too late, rather. Yeah, now it's pulling some bullshit. Okay, this has to be the final level.
You'd think. You would definitely think.
Just look at this big old robot. Can't wait for it to turn into an anime girl.
There wasn't a warning.
True, and it doesn't have a segmented health bar.
Oh, this is this is like first form. Has to be.
So it's going to turn into an anime girl, is what you're saying?
No.
Oh, that was just a mid boss.
Yeah, it would have had a segmented health bar. That's what multiple forms are.
Yeah.
And they always do the warning for the anime girls.
Well, it's weird because it
Gotta
didn't
do
like
more.
they changed the music.
Yeah. This song is still good though.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus! Look at how fast that number's going up.
Jesus Christ!
And you
Yes.
still died.
Embrace the number.
Right there. There
What
we
is
go.
even happening?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Oh, nope. Oh god. Oh no no no. I ran out. There we go. Book 1,000. Oh, here we go. Got Ivor.
How in the actual
There we go.
fuck?
There we go. There we go. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh
Got it.
no!
Okay, there's an anime girl underneath that.
Is it time for anime? Give me anime!
There we go. Uh-oh. Let's go. There. Nope.
Damn it, you were doing so good too!
Ah! I don't know what killed. Actually hit me there. Oh no, it's a Toho.
One whole two who.
Race it.
Go, go.
You should kill it.
Dehumanize yourself and face to anime. Just doing the good old shmup wiggle.
Yep.
If I just hit left and right, that can fuck forever.
Maybe the Hitbox will get lucky. Oh god. Uh-oh. Almost. Oh, there we go.
Holy shit. Can't believe you fucking murdered that lady, you sick son of a
That
bitch.
has to be the fun.
Yes?
Okay.
Fingers
Okay, here we go.
crossed, Lola.
Here we go.
What, is it gonna just do some Voltron thing?
No, you're just going back onto the mothership.
Yeah.
I hit Vocaloid.
What? Wait, what?
I'm sorry, what's happening?
I don't
No idea.
know. Basically more DoDonPachi games.
It's not really weirdly depressing.
They were all supposedly like depressed. Well, David, also remember the subtitle for the last game was Blissful Death.
True.
So, we're in a giant time loop.
Pretty
Great.
much.
Amazing.
All right. So yeah, no, it's not. Okay. So yeah, that was DoDonPachi Ressurection. All right, let's load up the list. Also, let me close that out. Okay. So yeah, that was pretty good. It is definitely the best DoDonPachi
Fucking
game.
good.
Yeah.
Where is Blissful Death? Right there. So let's see. Let's kind of scroll up.
I would put it over Terror Diver.
All right, so we're going that route. Okay.
If I'm gonna be honest.
Okay, so how about Cotton?
Would you agree?
Oh yeah, I can definitely see.
Yeah.
I just figured we were gonna have to work our way up a little bit.
Fuck no, I'm going straight for the goal.
Okay. All right, so what about Cotton?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
Because I'm thinking the most comparable thing, I guess, would have to be something like Musha.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Like, I would honestly put it over Warning Forever.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, I personally would put it over Daimahu. Battle
Yeah, I can get behind
Garaga.
that.
Battle Garaga is something, though. Because, well, here's the thing. Are we going to factor... Because, oh god, because for Space Invaders, didn't we factor that availability was something that was a factor in this? Because I would honestly say, if I had it in here, if I could put them at the same level, I would put the Rev 2016 version of Battle Garaga and this at the same level, at least.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Yeah.
To be fair with availability, this is fucking everywhere.
This is absolutely everywhere. In the Rev, yeah. Also, this is also cheaper than the Battle Garaga.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I could get behind putting it above it just for that reason. But they are like neck and fucking neck.
Yeah.
But this is very much the best DoDonPachi, at least from what we've seen so far.
Also, I just like the fact that since both, just something I noticed looking at the bottom of the side screen, just how both you and Carnival having Baby Metal just turned, they were just facing each other, so you were turning into a Baby Metal pit of oysters.
Mm-hmm.
Please do not mock my sweet babies. Or else I'll have to call Rob Zombie on your ass.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, so let's see. Okay, so in that case, okay, how about this? What about that versus Gradius 5?
I would honestly put Gradius 5 above it personally.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna put it above Battle Garaga and below Gradius 5.
Yeah, it's purely because we have to split hairs.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we might not in the future. Shh. So
Don't do this to me.
DoDonPachi Resurrection. How do you spell resurrection? That? Okay. DoDonPachi Resurrection. 45. That is a very cool. Yeah. That is a cave. Published by Dutch Good Games. Good people. And I think this port came out in 2016. The original game came out in like 2008.
That port, the Windows port, was 2016.
Okay, that's what I thought.
2008 was original. That was arcade.
Mm-hmm.
2010 was iOS. 2010 was also Xbox. I think that was it. Yeah, and then 2011 was Android. Something like.
Oh wow, we've only done 4 games so far?
Yeah, because we got 2 more games. Which actually brings us to a point, because I'm actually going to let you guys pick the order of the next 2 games.
Ooh.
Because we have the game that I named the episode on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we have another game. Do you want to get Star Fox out of the way? Or do you want...
Sure.
Give me that furry shit directly into my fucking veins.
All right.
I was gonna say...
Okay. So, let's see. I have to actually do some prep work for this.
Is this the original we talking?
Well. Oop, not that. Well.
Well.
Yes.
Jesus.
Okay, I had to make sure of something. Because we gotta at least take a little look at this in its raw form. Actually, I'm kind of curious about something. Let me do something real quick, just for funsies. Oh, let's not hit the escape key. Okay, that should be it. Now it's gonna do what I hope it's gonna do. No, it is not displaying internal frame rate. It is displaying actual output frame rate. So we can't see how many frames on screen there actually are.
How much like a pile of shit it runs? Yeah.
So.
Oh god,
So,
why
yes.
does that...
So yes.
Part of that had directional audio and I could feel it move across and I hate it.
Okay. So yes, this is Star Fox for the I almost said N64. So we can kind of get.
Good.
We got a little testing area. We got a standard shot. Got a boost. Got a break. You can do a barrel roll. This is basically for when it makes you move faster. I don't think the barrel roll deflects in this one. I don't think that was until 64.
Is it just iframes?
I don't even know if it's iframes. I don't know what the purpose of it is. Also, can you? Okay, so yeah.
Doesn't it the roll?
Yeah.
Doesn't it deflect shots?
I don't think it does until 64.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not familiar with this one personally. Aside
yeah.
from remembering that it looks aggressively ugly.
Yeah, because I had this on the original, so I might as well just actually get in the game. So if you're familiar with either this one or 64, you have 3 different routes you can go into, which are basically your level of difficulty.
Yep.
Let's go into here.
Oh man, you can actually choose.
Yes. And they're completely different levels. Also, God.
Because route choosing in 64 is bullshit.
Okay. Our last
Oh, you don't like doing up? You don't like moving in certain directions? The only at the stage at random points?
I'm more like if I don't defeat something fast enough, I get put on the significantly worse path.
So that.
As you can already tell, this is going to be fun.
It's so
So,
bad.
this game was basically the showcase for the Super FX chip, which, as you can see, is meant to show polygons in a system that is not meant to show polygons. The problem with that is that it's a bit chunky.
Music's good though.
Yes, the music is
Yeah,
good,
it
and it's
definitely
also
works.
it's totally not rip off of Afterburner.
Not at all.
Okay.
Look, fake it till you make it, alright?
Yep. Okay, so sometimes enemies will drop those rings. As you go through them, you'll restore health.
Also, how does this feel to play?
Not as bad as it. It doesn't feel great. Like, I'm not gonna say it's like, oh, it's perfect. It's not. But it's not. It's not like you're. It's not super bad.
Those jittery
Like, it looks like your
legs.
control's fine, it's just kind of sluggish.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's where Star Fox really stands out. They knew they had to be forgiving.
Yeah. So as you can see, we have 3 different. God, it feels weird trying to explain Star Fox, but yeah, basically you have 3 other. I thought I had that.
Nice dodge.
Yeah. You have 3 other, not co-pilots, but other teammates. That
Squad.
Yep. So you have Pepper, you have Slippy, you have Falco. They don't do
Colonel
quite.
Pepper's the dog.
Yeah, that's Peppy.
You said Pepper.
No, I said Peppy.
You said
Piece of
Pepper.
pepper.
I didn't say Peppy.
Wait, it's Pepper Hair.
I think his full name is.
Peppy hair.
Yeah.
Or is it Peppy Hair?
Oh, actually,
Because there is a character named
there's
Colonel
Colonel-
Pepper.
yeah, the commander is Pepper. Okay, so occasionally they will have an enemy go after your teammates. If you do not kill them fast enough, they will take damage, and if they take enough damage, they will basically like, oh, I gotta go back and repair, and they won't
To quote
help you out.
Falco Lombardi, I'm gonna have to jack off.
Yes,
It's the best.
they don't
line.
say that in this one.
Which
Yeah.
is a shame.
Okay, and here's the
Huge
first boss.
battleship approaches.
Oh my god. It's got
Oh my-
polygons in the double digits.
So sluggish. Man, I remember all the yelling in the 64 version that just fucking make it.
Mm-hmm.
The acting in that was ham as hell, but it was great.
Yep.
Only I have brains to rule.
I guess the one that everyone like remembers, but all of them were fantastic.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Amy.
Okay. So I just want to make sure I have that.
Ah,
activated.
the slowdown is so tasty.
So let's just go through this.
God, Slippy looked terrible in this.
Yeah. So that's how the game, that's how it runs.
Yeah.
So let's do a little experiment.
Oh, good.
So let me just do this real quick. I'm gonna have to reset the game. So originally the game, or the TurboFX chip, or not TurboFX, Super FX chip, ran, I believe, at a CPU frequency of about 10 millihertz. Let's bump that up to 100 millihertz.
I can't wait
Uh-oh.
to go at hyper speed.
Oh,
But you mean
Also, yeah,
megahertz,
we can't
not
see
millihertz,
yeah,
right?
megahertz. There we go.
No, millihertz. So tiny.
Or megahertz,
Wow.
Fine.
yes. Yeah.
Wow.
Is this a respectable speed?
See, let's gonna wiggle.
I don't know how to feel about this. This feels
Well,
like
let's
cheating.
wait until we get into the game.
Feel dirty.
Whoop.
Oh, the planets rotate so smoothly.
Okay. Also,
Good luck. Scramble.
Oh my god. What is this?
Let's go.
Emergency.
I don't know how to feel about this. It feels wrong.
yeah, here we go. This is Star Fox running at full speed.
How's it feel?
A lot better. Only thing is, we might see that this might change the difficulty a smidge.
Yeah, it seems a bit more jittery now.
You're not hitting anything.
That's because they don't give you a reticle at all.
Yeah.
Which also, speaking of, although they do give you reticle, can you not? Oh, you can't do it in this level. But yeah, you can change your view a little bit by making it, which helps a little bit, kind of, a little bit, maybe. There we go.
Love that Carnarian music though.
So those rings right there are your checkpoints.
Was that a robot stealing a building?
Well, I think they're just trying to move it. I don't know if they're trying to steal the building.
Just taking it to sell it.
The perfect crime.
Yeah. You wouldn't download a building, would you?
Yes, I fucking would.
Actually, totally. You just need
Yeah.
to find a great 3D printer.
And a lot of whatever that thing is that you feed into it.
I mean, that's a thing that's actually been done.
Yeah. I think there's a firm that's now making like small.
Yeah, there was that firm that were making like they can build like houses that are like $4,000.
Yeah.
Okay, now these missiles kind of suck because they come in really quickly, and you don't have the time to kind of deal with it.
Use your DoDonPachi skills.
They don't
Yeah.
work in this. It's a real
They're
shooter.
not at all applicable, but use them.
There we go. So yeah, that is how this game runs with at a full frame rate.
Well, amazing.
A lot better.
Yeah, it's nice
Yeah.
that the programmers kept it reasonably good. You're not getting those weird
One
glitches.
problem though is that I have experienced a crash when doing this.
Right.
Man,
But
look at that
yes,
score now, though.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now your computer crash or just
No, an emulator crash. Okay, now these levels suck.
I doubt 100 megahertz is gonna bring the computer to its knees, Carnival.
I have
Okay,
look,
so
I have
for
seen some
by,
weird things.
by default, this is the view that they give you,
Ah!
Horrifying.
which at least you get a reticle, but still,
Yeah, but your own shots are super distracting when you're shooting like this.
yeah. Also, I don't know any of this. There's like secrets that you can get to like warp to special areas. I don't know any of them.
I vaguely remember some in 64, but not this. I don't.
I know at some point, if you do something right, you can go into an area where the last boss or the boss is a slot machine. And you get stuck and you have to reset the game.
Oh! That's really.
It's like it's meant to be like a hidden ending. It's like that one ending in Contra Hardcore, where you go back in time. Oh, actually,
Falco.
okay. Also, I'm going to abuse a little bit of rewinding because... oh, God damn it. There we go. Okay, so you can upgrade your weapons. In this one, it doesn't just go... Because I believe in 64, it only goes up one step, right?
I think so, yeah.
I think it only goes twin. In this one, there is a upgrade to the twin. Also, the thing that sucks about those checkpoint things is that if you miss them, you do not get that checkpoint.
Yeah.
There we go. Also, it's good to know that Falco is always a dick. Also, you can shoot your teammates, or at least I thought you can. You shoot. Pretty sure you can shoot your teammates.
They know what they did.
Oh, okay, so there was a additional level. Yeah, I kind of wish that this had a reticle. What if...
Are there any games that people would call a Star Fox-like?
I mean,
There's probably a couple.
probably, but
Because I feel like
it's a rail shooter.
there's people like these games.
Yeah.
You know, I don't hear about anyone making, their own versions of it,
There's a lot of them on Steam.
Are there?
I
Yeah.
don't think I've seen any. Oh, by the way, you don't get if you game over, you don't get a continue until you
Nice.
get that one credit.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's people are always complaining like, there's so many games on Steam. They're all terrible. It's like there's a lot of this kind of game on Steam.
I don't know.
Okay, so at least this stage probably has one of my favorite tracks of the game. Okay, so here's the last upgrade.
Bigger double shot.
Yep. Oh. Is that a...
Nice dodge!
Okay.
Goddamn! That was a sick dodge, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, get in there.
Oh. Okay.
So what did you pick up?
The emulator crashed.
Nice.
Ah, you picked up a crash, I see.
Basically it's
Solid.
an invincibility, but that's pretty much...
That's
That's enough for Star
Yeah.
Fox anyway.
we've basically seen everything at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a game that has not aged well.
Okay. So yeah, it's... I mean, it's a confident rail shooter. I'll give it that.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's
Yeah.
not like it's bad. It's perfectly fine and
This is
functional.
anything
Music's
real.
all right.
Like,
I would definitely.
how would you how would we compare it above that Garza Fend remake?
I kind of like the remake a bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can kind of see that. Problem is we don't have a lot of... Oh, let's see, what's this real one? Ooh, how about compared to Thunderblade?
I'd say this is better than Thunderblade.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what Thunderblade
Thunderblade
is.
was the helicopter Sega game.
Oh yeah, no, it's better than that.
Okay, so somewhere in here. How about compare the umpteen or all the versions of Gradius 2?
I would rather play. Personally, I'd rather play Jack Bros over this.
I would rather play Paperboy over this.
Yeah, that's
But
understandable.
I can kind of see playing it over Block Hole.
Yeah, no, that seems like a really solid spot. I was gonna say,
Okay.
yeah, I'd actually rather play Rekka over this as well. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see why a lot of people like Star Fox as baby's first flight sim.
this one in particular, though, has not aged well.
Yeah, it's the one that has
Yeah.
hit the test of it is hit age the hardest.
Mm-hmm.
I would definitely agree. I mean, I think they're doing everything they can to make it look this nice, and the banter is. I mean, they put a lot of effort into it, but the chip is just not doing it any favors.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can put as much effort into it, but if you try and push something, hardware is hardware.
They just it's just like putting a nice little bow on a piece of shit.
And there's a whole bunch of, I guess, after there was the FX chip. That's the 3D one.
Yes.
Yeah, there's so much bad SNES games that try to use the FX chip, and it's just like, no, it's not happening.
All right. So with that, let's load up this last game. So, let's see. Load this up.
Oh, it's a red panda in the snow.
Yes. Just to give you a warning. Oh, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Actually,
Make my ears bleed.
wait a moment. Oh, like that. So it's a Taito game.
Yes.
Oh, good.
It's got to be good then.
That's debatable.
So,
Needs more text.
yes.
Yeah, they're not trying hard enough. They could have filled that entire screen if they wanted.
Really? I mean, come on. It's 16 bits.
Exactly. Though I do love all the quotes.
Yes.
Really makes me feel like they're being horribly sarcastic with everything they're saying.
Oh, also, I'm going to go ahead and do a slight thing real quick.
Somebody's got sprite scaling.
But yes, this is Darius Gaiden Silverhawk. Let's start.
With a big fish.
Please.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yes, this is the first arcade Darius game after Darius 2. Basically what they tried to do is they tried to kind of go back to, like, because they had like Darius Twin, they had Supernova. Both of those were not great. Supernova especially being complete ass. And they kind of just went back to kind of like Darius 1, almost. The kind of put the old upgrade system in. So your missiles and your shield, at least, level up the same way as they did in the first Darius. Your main weapon, however, upgrades differently. But also, I'm going to shut up because this music is really good.
This is really good, and the art is really good.
Yes.
Like I don't want to harp on Jetbuster more, but like this I'm seeing on the screen. This is
Okay.
what early 90s looks to me.
Okay, so here's a mini boss. You see a little orb? Shoot it enough,
Yeah.
and it's our friend now.
Okay, that's
Oh,
pretty
wow.
fucking sweet.
Yeah.
The only problem is that as it does that, it is constantly taking damage. So it's only a limited thing.
Still.
It's still pretty neat.
Yeah.
So basically the way that the weapon, or your main weapon, works is that there are kind of tiers of weaponry. It follows kind of similarly to the kind of the canonical Darius. Also, one thing they added was a bomb.
That's a bomb.
Yes,
The Golden Ogre.
yes, Golden Ogre.
Would you say this ship is like huge?
Yeah.
That is one thing that this is. So this came out in '94.
Right.
Smaller hitboxes were not kind of in vogue yet. There we go. So by default, this game, like, you have a auto fire. Also, B or C?
C.
See?
Yep. I mean, we gotta go to the C.
Be on your guard.
Yep, it even has that old thing. Okay, so basically going back to your main weapon, the tiers are basically missile, which is your standard weapon, laser, which is this. Laser will pierce enemies but not walls. Then it will go to wave, which will pierce walls. And then after that is basically different levels of wave. The thing is, when you die, your main shot will always go down one tier. So laser will go to missile, wave will go to laser, and so forth.
Just picturing one man going to town on a Casio.
Oh, the music in this game is phenomenal. This is actually probably one of my favorite. This is probably my favorite soundtrack in the Darius series, except for maybe the last one.
This fish guy doesn't shoot a lot.
No, that also might be an issue with the auto fire.
Can you
Also,
shoot those little bubbles?
Yeah.
Also, one thing to note is that, yeah, as you can kind of, this was pre-small hitbox, so that is one kind of bad thing, but
The
it
shield
develops
is
it.
fairly generous.
Yes. Also, every time, so actually, I wonder if I'll actually get an upgrade this time, which I usually don't. Okay.
Okay, but let's appreciate the music and audio quality, given that this game comes from '94.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's got vocal samples.
Good ones too.
So-
It looks very pretty.
Also, this is the basically the first boss from Darius.
Yep, I remember King Fossil.
It's the boy.
Mm-hmm. That fishy boy.
trying to figure how they program the background on this.
This is actually meant to emulate the. God damn it! The first boss or the arena for, because all the bosses in the original Darius took place in the same kind of arena. Yeah. Also, as you defeat bosses or as you damage bosses, there we go.
Well, there goes all your main weapon.
Yeah. The thing is that the main weapon, the upgrade path, it's not nearly as bad as it could be.
Let's go for E.
E.
Also, so the last area determines what your ending is. I'm just gonna go ahead and say, based on, say, certain people's preferences, I'm not gonna do V.
Oh.
You might not like the ending V.
Oh, I see. I gotcha. Figured it out.
Okay, also, this guy, oh, this guy's a bastard. So the thing also, unfortunately, anytime you die, like because as you get shield power-ups, you will build up that shield meter. The thing is that if you die, you lose all your progress. Like, if I were to get enough shield to get it to the next level, I would. I forgot exactly what the difference is because I don't think it's that big of a difference in this one. But basically, with every shield power-up, you would get basically more hits with your shield. That's kind of one of my main issues with, like, if I have any issues with this, it is basically that the shield's kind of meh.
Oh yeah, this definitely has alpha channeling. Wow, in '94.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Yes, a 90 Shmup.
because the thing is with your shield, basically by default you get 3 hits. With it, I believe because it'll go green, silver, gold, like normal Darius. I believe silver. I don't even know if you take more hits. I believe the gold one basically takes a whole lot of hits. Also, this is my favorite music in the game.
Electric fan.
Electric fan. That is not what I was expecting.
It's this person
See
going to
another
town on a Casio.
With opera.
This is the best music.
This is hell. Holy shit.
Okay, so every time. Also, I might have bound start to the same button to shoot because just in case I accidentally was holding it down and I accidentally ate the continue counter by autofire. Okay, so I'm going to, because I want to hit M. Okay, so because M is kind of
Either
interesting.
one would have let you hit M.
Yeah. The thing is that so the stages are kind of in tiers, or not in tiers, but if you think about it, all the levels in a vertical line kind of are. They're not the same, but there are differences between each of the stages. But there are certain bosses you will basically you will face a certain type of boss. And they're very similar. They're similar in design, but they have slight differences.
We must control another boy. Where orb? Where orb? Oh, this is stupid.
Yeah, this kind of sucks. So the thing is that also, just another thing to justify the autofire, most home ports of this, there is a port to the PSX and to the Saturn.
Yes.
Both of them had a cheat in which you could do autofire. Also, there is actually an official hack of this game, like a hack that Taito themselves put out, called Darius Gaiden Extra version, which basically flops or like it basically changes all the order of the stages. And also, I think I screwed something up because there's no way I can live. But its default auto fire is insane. Like it is like twice as fast as this.
I don't see the issue.
But yeah, both of the bosses. There's two bosses that you'd fight in this kind of line. They're both really good.
Prickly Angler.
Prickly Angler.
This boss is actually kind of neat.
That's what they called me whenever I went fishing.
Mm-hmm.
Also, rip side stream.
Yeah, no, this is unholy. Also, Lolo, do you just not have any iframes when you come out of a shield?
No, that's one kind of thing.
Wow, that blue shot's impossible to see.
It is a lot. It is very. It is. That is definitely an encoding thing, because it is very visible on my screen.
Please just end it
So
now. Put it out of its misery.
The other boss you would fight is one that's called. Well, just to think about it. So the other boss you would fight so with this tier, you're either fighting this guy or you're fighting Neon Light Illusion,
It's a really good name.
which is basically an octopus that will kind of face like it'll like come in through a teleporter.
Thankfully, this is much better on the bitrate.
Yeah.
Oop. See, that's what I meant about the mapping continue to the. It should be dead soon. There we go. So, yeah. Let's do M.
Yeah, you said you wanted to go for M.
Yeah.
Gotta be on your guard.
So, just to think about in the future, do we want to save the forest, or do we want to fight a Darius 1 boss?
Save force.
Can we kill the animals?
No, you'd actually be doing the exact opposite of that.
Shit.
I have no preference.
Titanic Lance.
I'm sorry.
Welcome to hell.
Oh no, is it one of these?
This is the entire stage.
Yup. Never was a fan of this kind of boss. No, that was horseshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is like an because you have to kind of go out of your way to do this fight. This is meant to be like a super hard boss, I think. Because
Is it?
I mean, he's dying
Yeah.
a lot.
Well, no, I meant like, why is it super out of the way?
well, not out of the way, but it is definitely because none of the other stages are like this. And this is
because
even
lodged like firmly in the tree.
Could be, yeah.
I wonder if this mines of a pattern of just random.
Why is that pulsing?
And not in a good way.
That is making me
Oh
uncomfortable.
no.
Oh, finally, we're back to
Almost.
fish.
And this is a giant fish that we're fighting.
Yeah.
It's gonna burn every bomb because you're fucking dead anyway.
Ah, anchovy missiles. Rip
I
them.
think, I think those are Arimaras.
I got.
This game. That was fucking good.
It was very solid.
It's the joke that it was just a giant gun this whole time.
It's a thruster.
Surprise.
No one expects the giant gun.
Yeah, you just pretend to have many smaller guns, then you shoot them with the giant gun. They'll never see it coming.
Exactly.
So,
This is a really good boss fight right here.
Yeah. Shooting its brain.
Just massaging its brain meats.
Yeah, all that difficult stuff, and now just sitting one. Oh, there we go.
That's what I was
We-
waiting for. Ah,
Wait,
they're gone.
there we go.
we remembered we have lots of small guns.
Okay,
Oh, wait!
did we want to save the forest or not save the forest?
Forest.
Save the
forest.
forest.
Save the forest.
Y'all fucking bleeding heart pieces
Ah.
of shit.
We should go to the forest and. Oh wait! If you went to the forest, would destroy it?
Well, we'll see.
Okay, because this is another lava planet. We've seen lava planets already.
Okay, with this music.
That puts a refrain.
Ah, Arrakis.
Behold the forests of Mars.
Man, if there's sandworms.
Please, I don't need to hear about childhood.
The great grandfather of the desert made his passing cleanse this world.
Exactly.
The
Man.
spice is life.
It's a desert, and you're still finding fish.
Yeah.
That's because that's Darius' MO.
I like the little tanks that are trying to kill him, but they can't get over the ruins in the way.
It's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Silkworm, except even shittier.
That-
Ah, Gundams.
Oh wow!
Please, these aren't cool enough to be Gundams.
Okay, so we've gotten the level up of our missiles that they are basically our main weapon now.
And we'll keep on being.
Well, this is basically the max, because I think I'm going to hit like one more, and then that's going to be... It's basically going to stop leveling up. Oh, that's a one-up in
Oh
there.
my god! So their plan is tiny little robot men with sticks.
Wait, why can you break that dune? Why was that dune taking damage?
Because there's a one-up in there. Deadly Crescent.
What the actual fuck is this ugly piece of shit? Please somebody tell me what kind of fish this is, I need to know.
Lionfish.
If you go to the Darius wiki, they'll tell you.
On it, coach! What is it, Deadly Crescent?
Deadly Crescent.
Crescent.
So one great thing about also
It's a
about
mirror Dory.
about the Darius Gaiden extra version.
Yeah.
There is a mode in which you can basically play every single level back to back.
God, mirror Dories are fucking ugly.
post a picture.
Fuck you. You're not my
Also, by the way, it's not gonna pop in for a while, but the end level actually has probably my favorite music in the game. Because one thing that this game does really well is actually atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe we're playing a good Darius game. Nice.
Okay, not what I was expecting either.
Yeah.
Huh?
The music.
Oh, it's nice actually. It's really nice.
Yeah.
Yep, so see, now if you take a look at my missile, basically it'll get the 2 pips, but then it'll just not go any further.
I love the
Odious
sweet
Trident.
rainbow.
Odious Trident.
God, look at this chittering
that's
piece of
not
shit.
Well,
Ah, so it's a worthless piece of crap.
Yeah. It can't do anything other than get eaten by things, but even then they're like,
Parasites,
wow,
yeah.
this is useless to eat because it has the nutritional value of a leather belt.
Don't forget that it's covered head to toe in fucking parasites too.
Yeah.
And all it can do is swim. If it ends up on its side, it's fucked.
Yep. However, it is very hard. In the instances where boats have crashed into one, the boats have often come off worse.
I just appreciate that the sunfish fits the evolutionary niche of being so incredibly fucking worthless that it's been able to survive.
Yes.
Don't fix what ain't broke.
Yeah.
No, it's broke as fuck, so nothing wants to touch it.
Exactly. Survive, and therefore it survives. Evolution only works to make you survive. It doesn't matter how you do it. It just matters that you do.
Yeah.
I really
Also,
like
the way.
the bomb.
Yeah. The bomb effect is really neat.
Mm-hmm.
come on.
You're trying to defeat nature's greatest survivor.
There we go.
My god, you did it. The odious Trident.
He's the real survivor. That little jingle always reminds me of fucking the Metroid
Ah,
series.
the Ewoks.
What the fuck is this garbage? I hate y'all are the worst.
I didn't know we'd get stuck with Ewoks.
When
You
were we
gave us
saving-
Ewoks.
We had that
So-
huge introduction. They never mentioned saving a forest.
So yeah, every last stage has a different ending.
So what's V?
So V takes place, basically you go underneath like this water planet and you fight, I believe it is some sort of squid. Basically what the ending is basically all you can see on screen is your ship. And basically what the text and all of a sudden explodes. And basically what it describes is, oh, you were gonna get out, but as you fought the boss, the armor on your ship got damaged, so the underwater pressure completely crushed your ship, and that is all you can see.
Yeah, no, thank you for not doing that. I greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, because that
Holy shit.
that one's actually especially bad because it is just a dark screen. Like, you don't see anything else.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I do not need that in my fucking life.
Also, by the way, pay attention to the credits, because there is one thing, especially when mentioning the design, that might make a little bit more sense. Another really good ending is basically that the entire thing was someone playing Darius Gaiden, and that basically, oh, you've got finished playing the best game at the arcade, Darius Gaiden.
Amazing.
Also, because the thing is that all the other Darius games, or Darius 1 and 2, had an ending very similar to that. Another good ending is basically, oh, you finished your thing, and then you went back to Darius. Oh, planet blew up.
Neat.
I mean, also, to be fair, like, this is the best Darius game so far that we've played.
Yeah.
Yep, also, yep, there it is. Special thanks to IG Tatsunoko. As in production IG.
Apparently, there's secret endings off of the secret endings.
I'm sorry, what?
There's both an ending V and a second V ending. That you can actually avoid.
The thing is that if you think about the kind of tree thing, basically that's 28 stages, and there's only 26 letters in the alphabet. So there's V prime and Z prime, which is basically going all the way up and all the way down.
But what if you beat the V boss without taking a hit?
You'd still die.
Well, I'm reading a website right now, and apparently there's two different V endings. There's one where your ship explodes, one where it doesn't.
Yeah, because V prime is a completely different stage. V is somewhere in the middle of the last areas. V prime is at the very top.
Roger that. Okay.
And then Z, same with Z and Z prime. Z's ending, I believe, is the one where you blow up. Also, thank you for the auto host.
Timing.
Yes. Which also, speaking of which. Yeah. So, I believe Z is the one that, just plain Z is the one in which Darius blows up. I believe Z prime is, because there's two endings in which basically it's like, oh, hey, you won. Oh, the other good one, I think, actually that one might be, it's the one in which you fight, which I was actually tempted to do that one because, it is where you fight kind of one of the more famous end bosses, Great Thing, which is a giant sperm whale, which is also basically the game's hardest boss. Because basically it will throw every single attack in the game at you.
Amazing.
But basically the ending for that one is you go and basically as you defeat the boss, the area kind of clears up, and it's like, oh, like everything's good. There is no also, when you go and think about it, you cannot remember doing any fighting at all. So basically, you imagine the entire game. Something to that effect.
Can't believe it was a dream the entire time.
Kind of something like that.
Yeah, these need better wording. When Great Thing was destroyed, desolated scenery spreading.
Oh, that one also has a
the...
lot of good English in it too.
Yeah, there's a lot. Thus, Darius entered a period for starting newly.
Okay, so yeah, Darius Gaiden is definitely as we've done so far, it's definitely the best Darius game. Although
it's really fucking good.
To be fair, Darius that was the first probably game in the entire series that you could actually say was good.
Yeah.
I mean, we had fun with Twin.
We had fun with Twin, but that's the same kind of fun that you can have with any co-op game.
True.
Which also you can play that.
Yeah.
You can play Darius Gaiden co-op as well. Which I'd imagine would be a nightmare because sharing power-ups, because you get them so rarely as it is.
Yeah, honestly, I would probably go for Indigo with this one. Because
Yeah, I definitely say
this
Indigo.
game is really fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
Are you saying like Violet or like Matt? Like
No, below that, you chump.
okay, so you're saying that it's not as good as Echo
Unless
Fighters.
unless you're suggesting we go up that high.
I think it's better than Boogie Wings
Yeah, I can get behind that. I would.
because I could kind of see it going up. Like I kind of from what we've played of Cotton,
Cotton is the sticking point for me. I
Yeah.
would play Cotton 2 over this, but
I would rather
I would
play
play
Darius.
this over Parodius.
I would rather play it over Parodius. Cotton 2 is a different story though.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like a good spot for it. Because this
Yeah.
game plays well, looks gorgeous, music's fucking stellar.
Yeah, especially for a game from '94.
Yeah, see,
Ah.
man. All right,
Just as a bit of comparison. Also, though granted, also Colibri. I mean, granted, so we haven't done a whole lot of '94 shmups, but
Yeah.
I mean, Kingdom Grand Prix.
I mean, just think all of these games were from the 90s. All these shmups.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like okay, so each stage had a theme to it. Like you had the jungle planet, or when we were in space, it was like we're gonna have
Yeah.
giant ships with mines in them. Everything had a theme. New bad guys sometimes introduced themselves, like they would fly on the screen, shift mode and attack, or here's a sled with guys with sticks on it. Why not?
Or like a good one would be the giant boss fight. You see it fly by initially, as then it comes onto screen slowly.
Right, and those are all things I would associate with early '90s shooters, because Darius is the only game that does that. And the power ups, yeah, because bullet hell type stuff is really not an early '90s thing, right? Bullet hell is
No.
like late '90s.
A Bullet Hell
is fairly recent. Yeah.
Yeah, Bullet Hell, depending upon who you ask, it either starts with Batsugun or it starts with Battle Garaga.
But it doesn't become like the big thing that everybody seems to want.
It, because what happened kind of, what I, at least from seeing like early 2000s, late 90s, is basically the escalation in difficulty of shmups, because basically, well, now we can render more bullets, now we can, that's kind of how we're going to make these games harder. Which that just kind of naturally evolved into the bullet hell.
Right. Well, you don't have quarters anymore, so
Right. Well, yeah. Well, a lot of these you still do, because think of like all the like DoDonPachi Ressurection, when it originally was developed, was a quarter game. Well, 100 yen, but it's being pedantic. So it still had the arcade mentality to it.
yeah, but there's all this emphasis on like stats. Like I see some of these games you have where they have a sidebar telling you how often you're hitting, and it's a 1,114 hit combo. Oh my god!
Yeah. Oh, also, I forgot to mark your sin. But yes. Let's hide that.
But like once again, all of the 94 games we had listed overall looked good, like pretty good.
Yes.
Even the Cotton one, even though it was that shitty 3D, the sprite work itself was really solid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're in that sweet spot where the sprite artists know what they're doing. They have a large enough selection of colors and pixels that they can make stuff look like things.
Mm-hmm. Also, I could probably go ahead and say that this is probably the most widespread of any episode
Yeah.
that we could possibly get.
The only thing we didn't have was a blue and a yellow.
A blue and a yellow. Well, still, if you think about it, we have the extreme of good and the extreme of bad. And then, like, these two are... basically we're missing, if you think about 1 through, like the colors is 1 through 7, we're missing a 3 and we're missing a 5. So we're pretty evenly well spread.
It's also really good because we have those two extremes, and we have Star Fox, which is pretty firmly in the center.
Yes. Yeah. So.
That was fun.
Yeah. God, yeah, that was definitely a weird group of games.
Yeah.
Oh, and to think, yeah, I'm trying to think of like, we don't exactly have a whole lot of more episodes because we only have 4 more standard episodes until 50. So, yeah. Also,
So you're out of Shmups already? All right.
yeah. Also, next week I am looking forward to because that one has some games in it.
Awesome. I
Because
love
next
games.
week.
Define some games.
Well, the theme of next week's episode is going commando.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, I see. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So that has some really good stuff in it, and I think the one after that is when we look at gallery shmups.
Yeah.
A gallery shmup? You mean like a shooting gallery?
Well, it's the you know the game Cabal.
Nope. A doe-eyed ingenue.
Do you know the game Wild Guns?
Yes.
It's like that.
Oh, okay. So you have a guy at the bottom, you have to run around and shoot stuff.
Yes. Not quite a rail shooter, not like the light gun game, but similar, but you have to dodge stuff, moving left to right. Think of like, it's almost like if you did a Galaga, but you could freely aim like with a cursor.
Mm-hmm.
But yes. Yeah, that'll...
I was the one pushing for NOM 1975.
I'd have to take a look, because I think that might be in it. But yes. Anyway, that'll be in the coming weeks. But I think that is going to do it for tonight. So thank you for tuning in.
Thanks for stream.
Yep.
Good night.
Good night. Let me